Greg Packer, and I'm here with Caroline Casey, a senior goalkeeper on the women's soccer team. So Caroline, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, going into my senior year, I'm the goalkeeper on the women's team, kinesiology major, pre-med.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to do when you're not playing soccer?
My family, they're all from Virginia Beach, so a lot of the time I just love going to the beach to go surfing with my family, hang out. That's what I like to do.
So a little bit about your teammates. Do you have any funny memories with the team that you would like to share with us?
The freshman class last year, now sophomores, they sing all the time, sing for anything. So we'll be traveling, going on away trips, and just someone will say a line from a song and they just burst out singing in public, and I'm slightly embarrassed, but they love it, and then everybody just starts singing and dancing, and it's a great time. What's their best song? Well, they have a lot. It just depends on the day, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So is there any member on the team, whether a coach or a player, either current or former, who has inspired you?
Probably Mallory Schaefer. She was the senior my freshman year. She worked really hard. She got drafted for the professional league. And so just having her and looking up to her as a role model in terms of how to be a leader on the team and what the standard and the reputation for William & Mary soccer was, she was really influential in how I tried to portray myself in the last 4 years.
And during this past Parents Weekend, Jill Ellis, head coach of the U.S. women's national team, came and she gave you guys sort of a private speech. Were there any words of wisdom that stuck with you and your teammates?
Yeah, we as a senior class had emailed her over the summer asking if she could write a letter to us, something to get us through the season when times got tough, and so she said she wanted to deliver it in person. So what she said was exactly what we needed to hear. She just talked a lot about believing in yourself and having confidence. Just because we're a small school doesn't mean that we can't make it to the NCAA tournament and make a statement, and just belief in yourself and believing in each other and the team, and no matter what's happening outside of soccer, we have that time on the field when we come together every day, to just believe in yourself and what you want to achieve.
That's awesome. What was it like seeing a William & Mary alum on the big stage?
Yeah, it was really, really exciting. We all claim her. We're like, yeah, well, she went to William & Mary, blah, blah, blah. So it was really cool to see a former Tribester have that fame and recognition, especially from women's soccer. It doesn't happen very often, and so the fact that she came from a small school like William & Mary really was powerful and inspirational to all of us.
Right. So now a little bit about you and your performance on the field. You've been playing since your freshman year. What was it like, and how things have changed since your freshman year?
Yeah, I know the first game I played was against Duke, who was ranked pretty high at the time, and I was terrified going into my first game, but I had seniors and a really strong back line that all supported me and helped me and encouraged me, and I've just learned so much so quickly. So the jump from high school to college level is pretty drastic, and so the pace changes, everything changes, you have to communicate faster, and so having the senior support and having them encourage me really helped me make that transition. And then each year it's grown and grown, and then as I got older, realizing that it was my responsibility to help the freshmen and help them in that same situation and help them bring them up.
And you're top 5 on the all-time colleges list of saves and clean sheets. What do you attribute your personal success to? Really,
I think it's the team and keeping each other focused and driven. You can't be 100% all the time, but then you look over and you have a teammate and they just say one word, or that look, or the handshake, or whatever it is that gets you back into it. I think having such a strong connection within the team is really what keeps you going through a hard season.
Have you always played goalie, or have you ever played different positions?
I have for a long time. I think probably when I was 13, nobody on the team wanted to be the goalkeeper, and so I was like, fine, I'll go in, and I did, and it was a lot of fun. You just fly around everywhere, and you make big saves, and everybody freaks out, and so it's a high pressure situation, which I've come to enjoy. And so before that, I was center back / center forward, which is pretty opposite, but yeah, I move around whenever. I love playing on the field, but
Could you tell us about one of those high-pressure situations as goalie?
Yeah, let's see. I think PKs is probably about as high pressure as it gets, which has happened for 2 of the past years that I've been here. When we were in the tournament, we went to PKs, and so all the pressure's on you. One save, and that's all you really need to make.
And so in high school, you were a member of the U.S. under-18 team. What was that like, and how does that compare to your collegiate experience?
Yeah, being in the national pool was an amazing experience. It's the best kids in the country. Everything is harder, the pace is faster, you got to communicate quicker, you have to be on top of your game, technical. Mentally it's really challenging, it's a tough week. You go into camps and they're usually a week or a little longer, so it's really tough to stay mentally focused. Everybody's so incredibly driven when you're there, and it's a great environment to be in. And so I think that definitely helped prepare me for college. When you have that big jump from high school to the collegiate level, I think having had that experience, it definitely made that transition smoother.
Now, have you ever seen any of the other teammates? Like, have you played against them or anything while you're here in college?
Yeah, we play against each other.
What was that
quite
like?
a lot.
Was it you're trying to like definitely beat them? Like,
it gives you a little more motivation, yeah.
Okay. And also, you've been nominated for the NCAA's prestigious Senior Class Award, which is an award given to athletes who have performed well on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it was a huge honor. Like I said before, Mallory Schaefer was one of the idols that I looked up to, and she was the last person to be nominated for this award. And so to see Mallory be nominated and what she had accomplished, and to think that I'm comparable to Mallory is a huge honor. And so I think getting that recognition really validated a lot of hard work that I had done and things that I appreciate doing off the field. So it's just nice recognition.
And adding on to that, you've done a lot of community service at your time here at William & Mary. Do you plan on continuing that after graduation? And could you tell us about some of the community service you do?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping to continue my soccer career, and with that, I definitely want to work with nonprofits. I really enjoy traveling, and so I want to combine the two and travel and do service together. There are several different organizations in terms of soccer-wise that I'm looking forward to hopefully taking part in, but I did a branch out regional trip over my spring break. That was in downtown Richmond. We worked with the Centers for Aging. I've done Relay for Life on campus, which the main event happens in the spring, raise money all year. I did Dream Catchers, which is off campus 20 minutes away in Toronto, and it's a therapeutic riding center for people with mental and physical disabilities, adults and kids. And that was super fun. I didn't know anything about horseback riding, but my interest in medicine kind of guided me in that direction, and so it was really interesting to learn about alternative therapies that can help kids and adults and people to actually see a transformation and see growth in them. Was really, really cool.
So when did you first start playing soccer?
I think my mom signed me up for rec when I was 3, maybe.
Okay. And when did you first realize that you'd be able to play at the Division I level?
Yeah, I went to a goalkeeping camp. I was 13. I went to Dynasty Goalkeeping Camp. It's in North Carolina, and Ashlyn Harris, who's now on the national team, she was my coach, and it was a super intense camp. You have 3 trainings a day. There's lectures, lifting, you do fitness, all kinds of stuff. And so for one of the lectures, Ashlyn sat down with all of us and she talked about college. I was the youngest kid there. Pretty much everybody else was 16, 17, 18, about to go into college. And she was just talking about preparing for the college experience, what it was going to be like, how she had been going to these national camps all this time, and she was at UNC Chapel Hill, which is an amazing soccer school. So hearing her experience and her intensity and just seeing her passion through her words was honestly really inspiring, and that's what carried me through. I went home and I called my mom and I was like, "Mom, I'm going to play soccer in college." It's she's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I want to be Ashlyn." And that was it. As soon as I met her, I was like, "That's what I want to do."
Now, when you had that conversation with your mom, she did attend William & Mary herself. So was she kind of pushing you towards playing here at William & Mary?
I was so anti-William & Mary for a long time because my mom went here and I was like, I'm not going to be that kid that goes where their parents goes. So I refused to visit William & Mary for a pretty long time, and then finally my mom was just like, "Why not, Caroline? It's so close. Just go." And so I did. I met JD and the team, and so that was the end of that.
So you would say it was the teammates that made you want to come here?
Yeah, absolutely. The first time I came, campus was dead. Nobody was here. It was like fall break or winter break, something. Nobody was here except the team, and I just got to hang out with them. And the whole slogan, "One tribe, one family," it's like kind of cliche, but it's honestly exactly what it felt like. And so that's really the reason why I decided to come.
How do you like it now that you're here at William & Mary?
Yeah, I've loved my 4 years. I would have never imagined it going the way it has, but it's been an amazing ride. I've learned so much on and off the field, in class, out of class. The experiences I've had, it's been really great.
So, as I mentioned, you're a senior. Big question, what do you plan on doing after graduation?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and go professional. We'll see. I'm really interested in traveling abroad, looking at Sweden, Australia, Norway, England, any of those options. There's lots of leagues elsewhere, but there's also a league in the U.S., so hopefully going to enter the draft and take my chances, and we'll see. But hopefully keep training, and then eventually med school's on the horizon, so that's the end goal.
So if you could give one piece of advice to those who will be playing in the program after you, what would it be?
Honestly, I think it goes back to what Jill said, and believing in yourself and having confidence. College soccer is a whole different game. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not happy and joyful every day. Fitness is hard and it stinks sometimes, and you have to push yourself through it. You have tests, you're tired. It's not all glory and fame and everything else. And so I think just really cherishing your teammates and the bond that you have with them, and leaning on them, and recognizing that you're all working towards a goal, and really believing in that in yourself, I think is what gets you through.
And what are your feelings that you have approaching your final games here at William & Mary?
Yeah, I'm excited and sad, and it's really a whole bunch of emotions. But with senior day being Sunday, I started to really think about all of that stuff, and I think it'll be sad to see my college career end, but I'm also really excited to be able to go into the real world and to see my teammates and see what they do with their lives, and hopefully come back and visit and see the younger ones continue the legacy and the tradition that we've tried to uphold.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Caroline. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for this week's episode of Tribe Sports Overtime. Make sure you guys check out the Senior Day games this Sunday at 2. I'm Greg Packer. Thanks for tuning in to Tribe Sports Overtime.